What's poppin' and crackin', everybody? How is everyone doing? All right, how is everyone doing? How was the week? How was last week? Last week was insane.
It's all blocks. That's all I can say. All blocks.
Wait, blocks? What do you mean blocks?
So we have this
Oh,
thing
right.
called AutoCAD.
Okay, wait. Let's give them context. Why blocks?
So, architecture, and if you're in architecture, you use the app called AutoCAD, where you do the floor plans and stuff. So when you're doing the floor plans, of course, you need furniture, you need windows, you need doors, right? So in order for instead of just like manually making every door, for every floor plan, and a floor plan has like 6 doors or like 70 windows, something like that. Of course, you don't do that You just don't do that manually anymore. Instead of doing it manually, we have to already prepare like the attachments. So basically, so that we can have a saved file of that like specific furniture or item. So let's say a window block, and in that window block is that you can just copy.
I am getting information flooded right now.
So with that one is that basically if you already have major blocks, you can just like keep copying, pasting like.
I do remember like seeing like back in face to face, one of the Archie students, like they showed us that one. It's for their thesis. I'm not gonna tell it to you because you might copy it.
No,
but
we won't.
It's insane. Like that thing just reinvented architecture. I'm not gonna lie. But their course is not architecture. They're from MMA.
Oh, MMA?
Yes, but their thesis is meant to help architects.
Oh.
It's insane. I swear. Like it's a very unique way to put out things. But anyways, how is everyone doing? All right, how is everyone doing?
Welcome to
I hope you
Shift
guys are doing
Happens.
okay. Welcome to Shift Happens.
Where shift
Happens. All right, we welcome you. Of course, it's always a good thing to be here. On a Wednesday, it's always it feels very. I don't know. I feel like it has been embodied to everyone. I hope that every 7 p.m. on a Wednesday we're gonna do Shift Happens. Right, so it's cool that we're in a new month. It is the month of October. We are having a new topic that comes with it too. All right, which will be said later. You know what? Why not say it now, right? Why am I stopping the information to flow? No. So the what do you call this? The topic the title or the topic for this month is ever wonder why. Right? Ever wonder why? Ever wonder why? So there is so much things that can come into this, but we'll tackle just a little few. All right, just a little few. Okay. So that's gonna be the topic. But how's everyone doing? All right, let's check chat. To be honest, we'll see. All right, let's go check chat real quick. All right, how's everybody doing in chat? All right, how are you guys doing? If you guys are doing okay, please let us know. If you guys are chilling, please let us know.
Yep.
All right. If you're playing Valorant while watching this, please let us know. All right. No.
Your score, please tell us.
Yes. So whatever you're doing, please let us know. It's gonna be a great way to get to know you guys. Although we're here on an online setting, we're here in our homes. Right, I believe that it's gonna help each and every one of us understand each other and grow better as a youth organization, as a youth group. All right, we may not be seeing each other face to face, but virtually you are seeing us. We may not be seeing you guys, but we believe you're there. We believe you're present. All right,
Yes, we believe that.
All right, we believe that you guys are chilling. We hope. All right, so why don't we go dive in? All right. Hey. All right. Why don't we go dive in? That deserves a bell. All right. Why don't we go dive into the word that the topic that we'll be having? All right. So ever wonder why? All right. Why did God let it happen? I've been asking this question a lot the past week. I swear though. Like I swear. Like You guys don't know. But I've been asking this question a lot. Like, why did God let it happen? Why did it have to happen, right? Just why? God, why? Like, why did it have to happen? All right, Christian's laughing. I don't know why he's laughing.
I
But
have
yes.
so much things in the head.
All right, but yeah, okay. Why did why did it happen? Christian, have you ever wondered that? Why did God let it happen? Ever wonder
I
why?
always have that question. I mean, it's like an everyday thing for me, honestly. Why why did I wake up?
Why? No, it's like ever doubted that something that happened or
Yeah, I mean, why did college happen?
Yeah. All right. So Christian is a freshman, right? Christian is a freshman. And when you're a freshman in college, you are the most positive, you're just the most excited person in the whole planet. I swear. So Christian, being a freshman, he was so excited. He's into it. He wants to learn, he wants to study. All right. How many weeks are we in we're
like
5
about
weeks.
a month now. We're like 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yes. Well,
5 if we include
how many weeks are there?
August
September?
31.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, that week. But yes. 4. We are 4 weeks in. All right. No, 5. Yeah, we are 5 weeks in.
Yeah.
We are 5 weeks into college. He is, not me. He is 5 weeks into college. And what do you say about college?
Huh?
What do you say about college?
Tambak.
This guy doesn't want college no more. All right. So why did college have to happen, right? So there's so much questions we can ask, right? We can ask God. Right? Why did I have to study college? All right. What are the greatest what ifs of younger generation? What if wonder why, right? Wonders, right? Why did I have to go to college? Why did
Why did she have to leave me?
Why did she have to leave me?
Why
Why
did they abandon me?
Why did they abandon me? Why did I
forget my donuts?
Yeah, why did you forgot your donuts?
Last Sunday, I
Oh.
literally forgot my donuts here.
Yeah. Okay, so you have why did I have to screw up on something, right?
Yeah.
Why did I have to lose someone dear to me, or why did I have to suffer depression, all right? Or why did I have to suffer from my parents' divorce or something, all right? There's so much why did this happen? Why did that happen? Right? Every day, no matter how much you do, all right, no matter how much you try hard, you're just not happy. You're just not getting there, right? Why did, and you get to ask yourself the question, why did God let it happen? Right? Why did God let it happen? All right? So,
Shift happens.
shift happens. Why did God let shift happen? There we go. There we go.
No. The question is, why did God let it happen for shift happen?
For shift happen.
For shift to happen. Let's go.
Yeah, there's those questions. Like, why did God let it happen? All right.
So spicy.
This is a question asked since the beginning of time. This is one of those questions that has been brought up since dawn of time. All right. 300 years before the birth of Jesus, all right? There are some philosophers, all right, who have tried to answer this question a lot, but they cannot comprehend what God has in mind because, as the Bible says, God's, ways are higher than our ways, God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts. We cannot comprehend what God has planned, all right? Some people come to the conclusions, right? If God is not able to prevent evil, then He is not all-powerful, right? If God is not willing to prevent evil, then He's not all good. If God is both willing and able to prevent evil, then why does evil exist? These are the questions of God. Why did God let it happen? And there's so much of this that has been going around. It's evil and suffering not contrary to the story of the Bible, right? Evil and suffering central to the story of the Bible, right? Christianity makes sense of, right? Gives meaning to and offers a solution for the evil and suffering. All of us, we get to experience on a daily basis, right? there's so much, there's so much things that, when we get to ask, like, why this, that's a very, question a lot of people argue with, even until now, like in the Christian community, right? When, when Christians debate with atheists, right? Or agnostics, right? It's like that one, why would, if God is loving, then why would he allow suffering? Those questions. Have you ever wondered that? It's kind of one of the big mind-boggling questions as a believer. Most especially, all right? We admit it or not, most especially if something bad happens to us.
Yeah.
If something bad happens to us,
something
that's
the
when we
bad
get to
ones.
ask the question, God, why?
Why?
Right? Why, God?
Why?
Right? Why? Right? Why did I have to, go through this anguish, this pain, this heavy heart,
Ooh.
all right? This depression, this heavy feeling, all right? It's why, God, why? All right? Why? A passage in the Bible in Psalm 73, right? So it's obviously David who wrote this,
Ooh.
right? What does God know? They ask, right? Does the Most High even know what's happening? Right? Look at these wicked people enjoying a life of ease with their riches multiply. Did I keep my heart pure for nothing? Did I keep myself innocent for no reason? I get nothing but trouble all day long. Every morning brings me pain. All right.
Oh.
This is David, all right? This is David.
Same.
If you're looking for a passage in the Bible that speaks about your everyday, everyday things we go through, this is it. It's in Psalm 73. All right? If love is a choice, right? Suffering is a possibility. All right? There's why, and this is also the big, I think this is the biggest question people ask. Why did God ever gift us, humans, with free will?
Ooh.
Right? It is one of, the biggest questions you can ask. All right? Because free will gives us the ability to choose. All right? Only way, all right, love is possible is to have a choice.
Yeah.
All right? Us as humans, we're not created by God as robots. All right. So for us to love someone, it's our choice to love someone.
Mhm.
Right? We're not doing it out of because we have a chip on our neck and we're supposed to we're controlled to love someone. No. All right. Free will. Free will is the ability to choose. All right. You could choose to love, to hate, to do right, to do wrong. All right. What makes What's make evil, stuff possible, right? Why did God give us free will? I think that's, one of those crazy questions. When you think about it, right? Why did God give us free will? If God was, when I think about it sometimes, I'm like, if God, was a lazy God, all right? It just shows he's not lazy at all.
Yes.
All right? If God was a lazy God, who would just, have made everyone in uniform and in unison.
Yeah, everyone would
We're
just be,
all
like,
supposed
perfect.
to do this. Yeah, like do this, do that. Everyone's just doing that. But it just shows how meticulous and how precise God can be when he's,
Mm-hmm.
making, and he's choosing people. All right? The only way, God give us, only, answer, we could have to God giving us free will is, love. Love is, he loves us so much that he gives us our choice. All right?
It's
In
true.
order to have freedom to choose love, all right, or to choose evil, right? There's free will. Free will is there, and we
Mhm.
do have that, all right? When we choose evil, right? When we choose to do something wrong or evil, right? We choose to sin, right? Sin leads to pain and suffering.
Yep.
All right, for God to remove evil and suffering, right? He's got to remove either, for him to remove evil and suffering, he's either gonna have to remove us, or he's gonna have to remove free will.
Mm.
All right.
Yes.
But, all right, we rarely ask, right? If there's no God, who decides if there's something good or bad, right? If there's something evil, all right, which is true, all right.
That's true.
If there is no God, then how are we sure if what we're doing is even right or what we're doing is even wrong, all right? So if there's no God, there's no moral point of reference.
Yeah.
All right? There's no more point of reference. As we said earlier, right? For God to remove evil and suffering, he's got to have to remove us or remove free will. All right, but God decides to do something else. All right, He decides to send Jesus. All right, He decides to send Jesus. The perfect man. All right, perfect man. All right, and there now we are alive through God's grace. Right, and if honest, right, we can't use presence of evil, all right, or suffering, right. We cannot use that, all right, and prove to you. We cannot use that equation to prove that God doesn't exist, because in reality, our belief in evil and suffering is more proof that God is there and that God does exist.
Yeah.
All right, suffering isn't a lack, isn't a lack of. Suffering isn't evidence of lack of love. All right, so every day, all right, parents discipline their kids. All right.
Do they even still do that?
Huh?
Do they even still do that?
Yeah,
these
they
days?
do. They do. They do. I'm pretty sure they do. It's just
Some have the rules of no.
yes, and it's just I believe it's just different in most
Culture?
cultures, most places around the world. All right, parents rather discipline their kids in many, many, many different ways. All right, but what's as believers or as people who believe that oh, I am doing what God wants me to. All right? The question is, why do bad things happen to good people?
Oh my gosh, that.
Right? Have you ever questioned yourself that? Even I sometimes when it's like this, when it's these questions, I would ask I just God, I'm not trying to to wave my ego or something. Right? I'm not trying to wave it out or something. I'm just here to ask, right? Why do bad things happen to good people?
That's so true.
Right? Because when you think about it, even in the Bible, people in the Bible have endured suffering, have endured pain. But these guys are called.
Yeah, they're
right?
called their chosen ones.
They're the chosen ones.
Those verses that they're actually the good ones.
Yeah,
Like the good
when you
good
think about
ones.
it, God, why? All right, why did
It's like Job.
Yeah, Job. Job is one of the best examples.
Yes,
right?
of all examples,
Right?
there's
Of all
Job.
examples, he's one of the best examples. This guy is upright,
Yeah,
as the
this guy,
Bible
this
says.
guy's stacked in every good
Yes.
level.
If there were stars, because I remember Spy Family.
Yeah.
What do you call those stars?
I forgot.
I
those
forgot
two- Oh my
the
gosh!
term. I forgot the term. No.
Oh no!
We failed on our Spy Family. What they call it? Reference today. Search it up.
We'll
Right.
look it up.
It's not the one in my head is Excellent Stars. It's
No,
not
it's
Excellent Stars. I forgot. But anyways, all right. Job has
Stella Star.
Stella Stars. There we go. Woo! If you haven't watched Spy Family,
Please do. It's a
Alright.
good anime.
All right. Yeah. So Stella Stars. Job has stars on all degrees, right?
Yes,
He's
that's
got
true.
stars on everything because how the Bible described him upright. He's good in every form, in every way, manner.
Oh
right?
yes.
Right. But God, God allowed something to happen to Job. Right? When you think about why do bad things happen to good people? All right? When you think about it too, I think this is the reason why a lot of, people resort to backing out of church or something. It's because when they cannot answer this, or when they cannot find an answer for this, they decide to,
that's what
jump ship. Because
I got nothing.
God, if I'm doing what you want me to do, if I'm doing so well, right? If I'm doing, all that you ask of me, right? As a believer, as a person, as a human, all right? Then why do you allow the bad things to happen to me,
Yeah.
right? When most of the time when you can't find an answer to this, you jump ship because God, why? I'm trying my best every day.
I'm here every day.
Right, every day I'm trying, God. Every day I am trying to be a better, be a better Christian, to be a better, better person, to be a better child, to be a better,
Friend.
boyfriend, to be a better friend, to be a better, to be a better. What roles do we have? Maybe student. Every day
Yes.
God, I'm trying. God, I'm trying. All right, I am. Right, but you get to ask yourself, why do bad things happen to good people?
Mm.
All right, and when you think about it, right, we aren't good.
Yeah, that's the
We
thing.
aren't
We
good to
aren't
begin
good.
with. All right, Jesus is the only one who is good, and how God sees us, God the Father sees us, is through Jesus. That's what makes us good.
Mm.
All right, it's not because He sees us directly; it's because He sees Jesus. All right, and
Yeah.
Jesus is magnified, and He sees us. All right, and we see vice versa. All right, only time bad happened. You know, when you think about it, right? When Jesus came here, right, and He died on the cross, all right, that's when you know our sins are forgiven, past, present, future, whatever we do,
Yep.
all right. But the sacrifice, right, God made, all right, for us to be, it just shows how much He loved us. Have you ever thought about it? Because the biggest question, right, is would you ever sacrifice, right?
Oh.
No, right? Would you ever sacrifice your kid? That's
Oh.
right. The biggest question that if you
I'll have
if you-
kids.
No, in the Christian community, that's like
Just
the
kidding.
biggest question. Like they would ask, like, oh, are you would you sacrifice your kids?
Yeah, will you sacrifice
All
your
right.
wife or something
All
like
right.
that?
But as people who are not married, we've got no ring, right? Do you have a ring? We don't have no ring. All right. As people who
Guys,
are not
put
married,
the ring here, guys.
all right. What is the number one thing you do? Play Valorant or stay in your computer.
Study.
Study.
It's the most unrealistic.
Don't lie to yourself. We are in we're in a Christian podcast. Don't lie to yourself.
Liars.
Well, let's say computer games,
Yeah.
right? Or what is the most, or no, what's the most valuable thing to you? Keyboard or
My cat.
your cat. All right. Would you sacrifice your cat to save 5 random people?
No, that cat is cutie.
All right.
Too cute to
Because
too
you'll
cute to
never,
die.
of course, you'll never compare to what a parent has for their child, for sure. Because
Oh,
we
yes.
haven't, we're not there.
Yeah, we haven't reached that, guys. We're
we're
still
not
young.
in that stage yet.
Yes, that.
So we
you-
could never really tell you guys what it
you-
feels
you
like.
ask your parents.
Yeah,
Ask your
We
parents.
can never really tell you what it feels like because we're not there yet.
Imagine just like straight up asking your parents, "Mom,
Would you sacrifice?
will you sacrifice yourself
Would you
for me?
sacrifice? And all right.
Will you sacrifice me for?"
But that's just how much God loves, right? Loves us,
Mm.
right? When you think about it, it's not only Jesus who suffered, all right? The moment Jesus died on the cross, God suffered too. God the Father suffered too to see His Son die,
Mhm.
right? God surrendered the glory of heaven, all right? He surrendered Jesus, just for us to be here, all right? Born into, he was born into a, I don't know how prominent Joseph's family is or what.
Isn't he just a carpenter?
Yeah, Joseph is a carpenter, all right? He's, mocked for sure, all right? He's probably mocked, all right, as a bastard child because,
Yeah.
Mary did conceive, all right, a baby even before, all right, even before. So it's like it's very, who's this, all right? Okay, Jesus was falsely accused, right? As when he was doing his ministry, right, he was accused by so many, all right, that he's he's claiming to be God. He's not true. He's not real, right? Jesus was beaten. Jesus was tortured. Right? Jesus was stripped naked, right? Hung shamefully on a cross, right? The worst, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the cross became sin, right? In doing so, separated, he is separated, from the Father, right? After a lifetime of perfect intimacy. It would have been perfect. It's just them, right? It's just God and Jesus. But just shows how much love Jesus has for us, right? in the Bible, right, in Matthew 27:46, it says, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Jesus was on the cross when he said this, right? Jesus came and suffered with us, felt more in pain than we'll ever feel, rather, right? God watched it to happen. So why does God allow suffering then? Think about it, right? If God watched it happen, right? If God watched it happen, He knows what suffering is. He knows what suffering feels like. All right, because when someone's trying to compare, problems with someone else. Put yourself in my shoes.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
That's the biggest. Put yourself in my shoes. What would you have done? Right. What would you have done? Put yourself in my shoes. All right. Jesus literally said, "I bet." All right.
I bet.
I'm gonna put myself in your shoes. All right. And I'll show you how to do it. All right. All right. If you think you're suffering, Jesus said, "All right, bet." All right. I'm gonna wear your shoes today. All right. Let's do it. All right.
Hold my wine.
And hold my wine.
Hold my wine.
Hold my wine.
Hold my wine.
All right. Jesus literally said, "Put yourself in my shoes, God." Right? You wouldn't know how much I'm suffering. Jesus be like, "I hold my wine.
Hold my wine.
Right? Hold my wine. I've got something to do." All right.
Never heard of these.
Right? When you think about it, why does God allow suffering to happen? If this is the case, all right, if God loves us so much, then why does He still allow suffering to happen, right? Right? And when you think about it, you're finding reasons to that question. God, why does it still happen then? Right? Do you still love me? Right?
Ooh.
God, do you still love me? So it's those things that would make you, God, do you still love me? Right? I have done this, that. But why? Why do I still, And the answer to that it's not God doesn't love you. 'Cause God does love you.
Yes,
God
that's
does
true.
love us. All right? God does love us. As it
Never
says,
stops loving us.
as it says in the Bible, right? As it says in the Bible. Okay, in John 3:16, everyone knows this verse, right? For God so loved the world, He gave His one and only Son, right? That whosoever believes in Him shall not perish but have eternal life, right? John 3:16, right? God does love us. He loves us so much, all right? He loves us so much, right? That He's willing to sacrifice, because Jesus is all, Jesus was everything, right? And God sacrificed His everything for you, right? When you think about it, who are you, right? Who are you? Like, who am I, right? We're like, who do we think we are to be, entitled, to feel like, we don't, that we deserve, or that we don't deserve, I don't deserve this suffering, because, if we're talking about like what we're doing in a daily basis, right? How much, as non-believers we sin, as unbelievers, right? Even as believers.
Yes.
Even as believers, how much we sin on a
sin.
daily basis. Bro, our lives could not be darker than, blacker than black. What's the blackest black?
Matte Black. Fanta Black.
Vanta. Is that Fanta? Vanta.
Vanta.
Vanta black.
Yes. The one
Right?
without-
It's even blacker than that one. All right? It's so black
like
that
a-
it reflects, right? That's how Vanta black is.
It's so black that light doesn't reflect at all.
That light doesn't reflect anymore. Because this one is black. My shirt is black.
My jacket is black.
His hoodie is black.
The
But
camera is black.
the camera is black, if you can see the camera. But, all right, it still reflects light
Yeah,
to a
it-
certain extent.
Reflects light.
Right? It still reflects light to a certain extent. But Vanta Black doesn't. It absorbs light. That's how black Vanta Black is. Right? I've always wanted to buy a spray paint.
Those things are expensive.
But
by
it's
the way.
expensive.
Yeah.
I checked the price. It's
I
like,
saw people put it in the car.
yeah. It's actually quite dangerous if you put it in the car.
That's true because like
Because when
When it's
your
night-
car is gonna have to be like flooded with lights.
that's true.
Because if not, you're gonna crash. into
Imagine
someone.
imagine just like late at night and people don't
Yeah.
People don't see your
yes,
car
you won't see your car at
because
all.
the light doesn't absorb it.
That's true. That is very much true. All right. So, all right. So, God loves us so much. He took us out of our misery, our suffering. So
Mm.
so seriously, he was willing to take, to let his son take it. All right. Why? Because he, he has something better for us, right? Blessing, forgiveness, freedom, victory. All right. You'd always, always say, when, we will suffer, right? That's, how the world works. We'll suffer, we'll die, right? The Bible tells us we will rise, all right? And for those, who use, our free will, all right, as believers, right? Now we use our free will, to follow Jesus, all right, to meet him in eternal glory, and we'll, suffer no more, right? He, all right, God, all right, will wipe every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death or sorrow or crying or pain, and all these things are gone forever. It's in Revelation 21:4. Right, something better is coming.
Yes.
All right. Again, the first question we had was, is why does he allow suffering? Right. He may allow suffering to happen. All right, but something better is coming.
There's
all
always
right?
something. There's always something better.
Right. I want it's a great reminder, right, to ourselves, right, that every day, no matter how much we're struggling, no matter how much pain we're feeling, no matter how much hurt, how much sadness we feel, on a daily basis. All right, all right, something better
Yes.
is coming. All right, something better always. All right, always. There's always something better that is coming towards you, towards me, right? Towards the lives of many of us, right? And as young people, right? As young people, it's easy to say that, oh, I have not done much anyways. I'm young, right? I have not experienced much. I have not done much. I have not, I have not, seen much, right? And you would think about it like, oh, it's easy to, like, to wave it off now. Oh, I haven't suffered much anyways, right? But when you're placed in that scenario that, you're suffering, right? You're suffering so much and it hurts. Have you ever, gotten the experience that, you're walking every day, all right? You're walking life. You're, in the journey of life every day, and you just feel so heavy,
My
right?
gosh.
It just feels so heavy.
It's so relatable.
It doesn't feel right at all, all right? It doesn't feel right. It's so, you're feeling so heavy. Every day you're faking a smile, just, just so that people would. But, even if you fake a smile, right? Even if you fake a smile, people feel it.
It's kind of obvious actually sometimes.
Yes.
Unless
you're very good at it.
unless you're
yeah.
that good.
People would see it. People would feel it, right? That there's something wrong. Say what's on your mind, right?
Basic. Basic.
Yeah, no. Because, a lot of times, right? I swear,
Yeah.
a lot of times, we would go through these daily struggles, right? Because it's hard to find ourselves, like, moving forward. Like, I'm struggling today. It's hard to take a step every day, right? It's hard to move every day, right? It feels so heavy, right? It feels so heavy. I need coffee. No. But yeah, like every day, just, you're trying to sleep, you can't sleep.
Oh, dude, those are the worst.
You're struggling to, to do something, right? No matter how much you once loved doing it, all right?
I don't even think it's like procrastinating at that
Yeah,
point
it's not
anymore.
even procrastinating.
There's a
It's just-
difference between like being that
Yes.
low.
And no, I think there's also a difference between being lazy
Yeah.
and being, like you're really
Not motivated or
Yeah.
anything.
It's like it's different, right? Because laziness,
It's laziness is you don't want to do something you don't like,
yes,
and you're motivated to do something else.
yes, all right. And when you're lazy too, it's like you can still be pushed if something is done.
Yeah.
Maybe probably an incentive. Probably
Probably when you're lazy, like even the smallest accomplishment could actually push
yeah,
you to
yeah,
do so.
it's true. So it's like it's either an incentive will help boost or
Yeah.
what do you call this? Little persuasion, little motivation from a friend, a family
Mhm.
member, a loved one. All right, it can help you. All
Yeah.
right, it can help you still accomplish. But when you're in bottom, when you're in you're in the bottom, when you're in what they call the last stone in Minecraft before you.
Bedrock.
Yeah, when you're bedrock, there you go. All right, when you're bedrock, all right, that's it. That's end goal. When you're trying, it's just hard sometimes, to move. It's just so hard, to try to progress, to try to, you know, take a step and okay, I'll do what I have to do then, right? Even if I'm in, bedrock, right? Let's use that term. I love that term, bedrock. Right? We have to remember that something better is coming.
Mm.
Right? No matter how much life has twisted its story or against us, right? Something better is coming.
That's
It's always,
true.
it's a great reminder to others, to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Something better is coming, right? You know,
It's like
no.
it's like how they call this. Bad karma, good karma.
Yes, yes.
It's
yeah.
like you get this collective of
Uh-huh.
you've been experiencing all this bad,
Yeah,
bad
bad
karma,
things.
and then you just one day
Yeah, you're
you
gonna
have all this good
yeah.
karma.
It's not like it's not the whole karma thing is not like directly related to the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but
the principles.
the principle, right? You have to understand that it does have sense to it. It does speak truth in a way, to a certain degree, to a certain extent.
Mhm.
All right, that as and the principle of it is if you believe,
Yeah, that's
right,
true.
that you're gonna experience something good, then that's when your so-called good karma will come,
Mhm.
right? And it's the same thing with it's also the same thing. You're believing that something good
Bad-
will happen
yeah.
to you, something better is coming your way, and then something better will come your way.
Yes, that's true.
All right. It's that one. All right. No more loss, sickness, shame, death. Right. This is in Bible. This is when we're with God. All right. There's no more grief. There's no depression. There's no abuse. There's no crying. There's no pain. All right. But, all right, we are not there yet. We're not in heaven with God yet. All right.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon, guys.
Too soon. I love that. Too soon.
Too
All
soon.
right. So why, right? Why, right? Why can't we
Mhm.
experience it here then, right? God,
Why not here?
Might as well, right? We're already here. Might as well, bring it here, right? All right. Right. Any given moment when you think about it, oh, it's not fair, right? Life is unfair, right? Life never was fair.
Yeah, it's never
Right?
fair.
Life never was fair. Alright. Over a lifetime with walking with God, right? You see, and you still see you see pain, right? You see suffering. You see other people who are going through the same motions you are, or even worse. Alright? That's when you get to appreciate. You get to appreciate your life. You get to appreciate what you have. You get to appreciate what God has for you. All right?
Mhm.
Most of the time, when you're in that state, right, when you're in the state that, there's so much happening, there's too much happening,
Yeah.
and you're struggling, right? You're struggling. It's, you're finding it hard, to yourself to keep moving, to keep progressing in life. Because, life's about progress,
Mm.
right? Life's about progress. When people, right, or even when you don't see progress in yourself, or when other people don't, well, it becomes comparison when other people don't see it.
Yes.
And then people would use that as comparison. But when you yourself, actually even with you, when you yourself don't see yourself progressing and others progress, you'd be like, God, what's going on?
Why?
Right?
What's going on?
Why?
Why am I stopped?
Why
am I stuck?
Why am I stuck? Why am I, not experiencing certain such and such? Right? God, why? Alright. I know I thought you have a great plan for me, God. I
Mm.
thought you have, I thought you had this one for me, right? I thought you had the best for me.
That's
Why
true.
am I stuck? Right? I think that is the worst feeling too. Like
Definitely.
in how many years of existence? In 21 years of existence,
Whoa.
I could say, right?
So
That I'd rather be hit rock bottom than be stuck. Because when I'm stuck, I'm agitated.
True.
I am restless. I am uneasy because I cannot, you know, accept the fact that I'm just there.
Yeah, like
right?
I can't move. Or like, why am I? Why?
Yeah,
Can't,
you know how some people would rather call themselves like down rather than mid.
mm,
Yeah, same thing, right? It's in life. It's like I'd rather be, up, up, down, down, as long as I'm not in the middle, right? Because when when you plateau, right? It's an ugly feeling.
it's just plain. It's boring.
Yeah, there's nothing that excites you. There's nothing that it's
There's
just,
nothing. There's nothing that makes you want to go up.
Yes.
There's nothing that.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing that's gonna make you go down. So
It's
you're
true.
just like.
That's I think in my opinion that's like one of the worst feeling or one of the worst experiences one person can have is realizing that they're stuck in the middle. All right. What's worse is people who don't realize that they're stuck in the middle.
Oh.
Right? Because I think what's amazing is at least we realize, right? At least least we realize that oh God, I'm stuck. I need help. All right.
I mean, that
Please
is
help.
like the
Yeah.
first step.
Yeah, right? Like God.
Realization.
Oh, I am stuck. Please help me.
Mhm.
All right. Some people don't realize they're stuck at all in life. It's insane too. It's funny how when you progress through life, right? When they progress through life, right? It's everything's the same. Nothing's makes them happy. Nothing makes them sad.
Mhm.
Right? So the same experience every day. There's nothing spicy. All right? There's nothing spicy. Ooh, spicy.
Add some salt.
Right? There's none of that. There's no spice. All right, in life.
Yo, bland
Right?
life.
It's bland, right? People who don't realize that, oh, okay, now if you're watching and life has been bland for you, it's a wake up call.
Add some flavor to your life.
Add some flavor, right? God will, all right? Ask God to put some flavor to your life.
Yes, that's true.
All right, right? And some people would ask themselves, right? Does God even know what's happening, right? Does God even know that I'm struggling right now? Does God even know I'm struggling at this very moment? Does God even know that there are people who would ask those questions, all right? A passage in the Bible, right? It's in Psalm 73, 16 to 17. All right, and in verse 26 it says, "When I tried to understand all of this, it troubled me deeply till I entered the sanctuary of God. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever." Right? This is David. You know how when David writes about something, it's always extreme sometimes. Like when David writes, like God, when he says he's in.
There's so much emotion.
When he says he's in deep misery, he is in deep misery. Like it's so extreme sometimes. All right, it's so extreme. Like you would you can just read it, even if it when it's
just by reading it.
even when it's written in the King James translation, you would just feel this man's like, God, I'm in agony or something like that. You could have said pain, right? God, I'm in
Yes, that's
pain.
true.
Right? But when he says agony or something, right? Or he uses a different term, like now oh, it's serious.
Sometimes when we're memorizing from monthly verses
Uh-huh.
and it's in Psalms, sometimes I like to add some emotion.
Yeah,
because the ones let's say he's going through something
Yeah.
in that chapter and you can't just say it.
Yeah, you can't just say like, God, I'm in agony. You
Yeah.
can't just do
No,
that.
you have to- you have-
can't just you
sometimes-
gotta dig in a little, like God.
Yeah, you even have to
gotta dig in,
Yeah.
a little bit to say it, right? But David, right? David, David's one of those characters too in the Bible where he's gone through a lot. He's gone through the ups of ups, and he's gone through the downs of down. Like this man has been through, you can say a lot,
It's
right?
like a duality there.
Yeah, like duality of man. Right? This guy has been through, the highest of highs. Right?
Yeah,
He's
he's
enjoyed,
experienced like
yeah,
most
he's
of the great
experienced that.
stuff.
But he's also experienced the lowest of lows, right? But what's amazing with David, and how he says it here. It says here, my flesh and heart, may fail, all right, but God is the strength of my heart, all right, my part forever, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Problem of evil and suffering is not contrary to the story of the Bible. It's the central to the story of the Bible, all right. Because when you think about the Bible, the only righteous person to ever be named or to ever be placed in the Bible is Jesus. The only the only good person.
Yes.
The rest of everyone who was there were sinners, were people who are
They're 50-50s.
Yes, like people who lied, people who cheated, people who killed. Right? These are people who have been
Probably different aspects.
Yeah.
Of, like,
all right.
wickedness.
More than anything else, right? More than anything else, right? What when we think about life, the life that we have, even as young people, right? Even as young people, because I think, well, if there's someone older who's watching this, someone who's married or something, all right? I think people would always tend to make things like, oh, because you're young or because you're old. No, I'm kidding. It's not that we're young, you're just old. No, just joking.
Reverse guy.
Kidding. All right. When you think about why, right? Why do I have to suffer? And of course, I believe that even the younger ones suffer from something on a daily basis, right? Whether it's
Can tell.
the loss of a parent, right?
Separation,
or loss of a friend, or you're transferring to a different village, or losing your friends, or something like that.
Transfer to different school. Oh.
School, yes. I think that's one of the hardest. Because I remember speaking to one of my friends back in grade school. Right, we saw each other and we were like, "Oh, how are you?" And I think he said one of the struggles he had was the changing schools part, because he shifted schools in a span of grade school 4 times.
Oh.
And that's just grade school alone. He
That's difficult.
Yeah, he struggled with that. He struggled with having great friends or something. So in this episode of Ever Wonder Why, all right, Ever Wonder Why. Let's remember that there is as we have an answer, something better is coming. You have to understand that. Something better is coming. We understand that tonight. All right. Something better is coming to your life. You might be going through the motions right now, right? But something better is coming, right? It is coming your way, all right? We just gotta be ready to grab it, right? To grab it, and I was about to say something, but it's not good, right? But grab it, right? Grab it, grab the opportunity, grab what God has for you, take it, and but we gotta be ready for that too, right? We gotta be ready for what God. And always remember that tonight, right? Something better is coming, right?
So, I guess that's it for today's Shift Happens.
Yes, sir.
Ever wonder why? Sometimes you also ask your questions. Ever wonder why our hair is curly?
Yes, those little questions too.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, who asked me that recently? Oh, why is your hair so curly? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, family members always ask that. Why is your hair curly?
Why is your hair so curly? I don't know. I didn't make one. I didn't go through it. Have you ever played those games where you have to make your character? So you have to I didn't choose my hair. It just happened to be on me.
Yeah, that's true.
My hair just happened to be on me. All right. So yeah. All right.
Character
so
customization.
That's it for this episode of Shift Happens, where shift
happens.
We shall see you on the next week.
Next week.
All right, next week.
October or something.
It's still October.
Off of Wednesday.
It's 5. 13? Is it October 13?
My calendar is
right?
open.
Or
I think
12.
so. It's October 12.
12.
Yes,
all right.
12.
So yes, we shall see you on October 12. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. All right, what's poppin' and cracking? All right, we'll see you guys on the next. All right, we'll see you guys on the next. Peace out, everybody.